Yo guys, Mike for Sim Racing 604 and welcome back to EA Sports WRC and welcome for the first time to the 2024 expansion. So rather than offering us a new title this year, EA has elected to amend their EA Sports WRC title from 2023 to include 2024 content. So you have the choice if you already own WRC to upgrade with a paid DLC, or if you don't yet own WRC, you can now buy it and it will include the 2023 and 2024 seasons. So there are new locations, new challenges, and new cars, and the latter is what I'm going to focus on in this video. There are actually technically 5 new cars on offer. 3 of them are 2024 versions of the WRC cars from Hyundai, Toyota, and Ford, and 1 new WRC2 car and 1 new WRC Junior car. So let's go ahead, get on track, and check out the new content. Alright, so we're going to start off our look at the 2024 cars by taking this Ford out here at Sardinia. And it's one of my favorite locations, actually. And initially, my first impressions of the 2024 update, it's much the same. Much the same. I don't think, the things this title has been criticized most heavily for, I don't think they're all repaired, that's for sure. I mean, I'm still, despite having a 4070 Ti, which, not top of the line, but certainly a competent video card, I'm still getting frame stuttering. To my knowledge, we don't have a proper VR or triple screen support yet implemented into this title. So again, they had a whole year to get it right, and we're kind of left with something that's much the same as the 2023. So in terms of pricing, I'm glad they did what they did with making this an update rather than a whole new title. I mean, it seems like the EA way to really just issue a new title and issue an update and call it a new title year on year. But they haven't done that here, so credit to EA for that. However, it's somewhat disappointing to see that so many of the things that this title is criticized most heavily for are still very much present. I'm not going to oversell this one. If you didn't like it in 2023, you probably ain't gonna like it in 2024. Could be placebo, but I do think there's maybe a bit more suspension information coming through my wheel. I kind of feel it a little bit more. Could be the 2024 cars that I'm driving here, or it could, again, just be placebo. I don't know. Not a drastic change, though. But with all that said, I will say that I'm a fan of EA Sports WRC in general. I've had some really good times here, and even though there's a lot more I wish they would do with it, I like it overall. I'm not unhappy. They haven't made it worse, that's for sure. And why I'm smoking my personal best, I don't know. I guess my personal best wasn't the best. So overall, it's not made me unhappy to drive the 2024 update for this title. But again, don't go in as a hater thinking that it's going to suddenly win you over. But conversely, if you come in loving the title, I don't expect you'll come out hating it. So, maybe there's something to that. 2 new locations, which I'll cover in a future video. For some reason, I can't get them to work. I can get the 2024 cars to work, not the 2024 locations. So, something I'm doing wrong on my end, I'm sure. I'll get that resolved and feature that for you guys at some point. But did just want to get some content out featuring the 2024 update. And overall good. So we'll look next at a legitimate new car, something we didn't have before. This 2024 Ford is the 2023 Ford. That was horrible. Took out a bystander because I wasn't watching what I was doing. By the way, super rusty on rally. I haven't played rally titles in a long time. I'm not getting much sim racing time these days, so super rusty, still trying to get my rally feet under me again, so apologies about that. And yeah, you're gonna have moments like that where you just suddenly crash into spectators or marshals. Good thing it's the virtual world. But yeah, the 2024 car is very, very similar to 2023. Yeah, don't feel like you're missing a lot. Like I said, maybe some more suspension information coming through my wheel, but not drastically different, that's for sure. And just a few more turns here, and we should be across the start-finish line and on to, like I said, a legitimately new car. All right, there we go. All right, so a legit new car now. This is WRC2 class, and we now have a Toyota. So let's see how we get on. Now, the cars in this title tend to have some distinct flavor, but not really sharply different. Of course, they're meant to be competitive between the cars, so it's not as if one car is going to absolutely blow the others away, at least in theory. So, yeah, that's kind of the case here. This Toyota, woo! Boy, I love Kenya. That's kind of the case here, so it's not as if this car is going to redefine the WRC2 class in the EA Sports WRC. But just the same, I really like the WRC2 class. I tend to gravitate, I like the big boys, I like the WRC, but 2 and 3 are really, really good too. And there is a new WRC3 car that I want to try out here, so that will be 2 cars away. We're going to do a WRC proper car, every other car. So next one, I guess, will be the Hyundai. Whoa, and yeah, like I said, still getting my rally feet under me. Hairpin left, yeah. So I don't know this stage by heart, so forgive me for the poor driving here. Big jump, big jump. Woohoo! Whoa! Hard rocks. Oh. I was going in thinking it was gravel, but no, these are legit boulders. Oh, stones, maybe not boulders. And yeah, my poor little WRC2 paid the price. Ooh, that felt good. Oh, yeah, that was fun. Wow, well done. Alright, just coming up to 3/4 of the way done here. And no marshals were hurt during that corner. Thought about turning left, but thankfully I looked up at my calls. By the way, my poor driving is partly, and yes, this is an excuse. Ah, no. Oh. At least you had a warning that my driving would be poor. I was going to say my poor driving is partly the result that I'm talking over my calls and not really concentrating all that much. So, yeah. If I'm allowed to have an excuse, that is why. Can't believe I survived that. Where? Oh, there. Square, square. There we go. Where? Aha. Oh, this is beautiful. I love the Kenya stage so much here, or location rather. Just stop. There we are. Cool. Very good. Fun car. Alright, so we're here on board the Hyundai Central European Rally. Let's go. Doing a little bit of asphalt driving. So, we'll see how this one gets on. This is a pretty fast stage from recollection, as you can see. I don't think I've actually done this particular stage to completion, but just the same, I think I have somewhat of a sense of how to get on with these asphalt stages. tarmac, if you will. And the game looks pretty good. I don't think they've done much in the way of graphical updates, just judging by the fact that they're not really promoting VR or triple screen support. So I don't think they've done much in the way of graphics, but just the same, this particular stage looks very good in my opinion. And taking out roadside markers there, thank goodness they were soft. Some of the markers, some of the poles you see in this title are hard, and it's just a nightmare. Whoa! That was close.
Nice Jones. Yeah.
I could have taken that a lot faster in retrospect. Right. Discovering new shortcuts. You're welcome. This is what you came for, right? How do I get faster at a particular stage in the most unethical way? Well, you cut. Woo! Car got very slidey there. Hit the handbrake. Woo! Yeah, daddy. Really going here. This is a good stage. I like this. I knew when I put those tires on, dirt there, I was in trouble. But we did manage to pull it out. Borderline smooth, actually. Whoop, pull. Who put that pole there? Marker. Oh, come on, let's go, baby. Yes, super good stage. Wow, I really like this.
30. Aggressive 80. Great actual.
Yeah, this is fast. Wow. Man, I think this might be my favorite tarmac stage in the game. This is really good.
GT. 3 left.
Oh no! Oh. Ruined this beautiful Hyundai, which I'm actually supposed to be showcasing. How dare you, Mike?
Late. Oops.
It has just become my least favorite tarmac stage. Sorry, Central European Rally. When you get difficult, I bail. I'm out. Changing my review. Whoa. Why don't cut? I feel like I could have cut there. Other than the marker, I guess.
Slip. 32 ones. There.
Yeah, this is killer, man. My opinion is flip-flopping with my success.
Tight, let's see.
Too much rotation there. Oh, of course, there had to be one hairpin before the finish, of course, and I didn't even give it any consideration, paid the price. Alright, well, Hyundai is good. I had fun. Alright, so here we are in Sweden, WRC Junior. I think I called it WRC3 earlier, but you knew what I was talking about, I'm sure. Actually, one of my favorite, of course it's one of my favorite, but I would actually rate these pretty high, these WRC Junior cars. This time we have the Evo, and I can't tell that there's much difference between the outgoing standard and this Evo version. 3 extra cubic centimeters of displacement. So it went from like 1.497 liters to 1.5 liters. So yay for minimal power increase or torque increase. and there is no perceptible performance increase, quite frankly. But just the same, as I say, I really like these WRC Juniors, or WRC3 cars, as I was calling them. Alright, so it's required that at least once per stage I go off, so I fulfilled that. So yay, we can get back to actually focusing on the car. But yeah, Blue's really nice, and it's a perfect little trainer car for getting used to the movement of a rally car, in my opinion. And they didn't mail it in, which is what I like. Because there's certain other games where I feel like the lower classes of rally cars are just kind of there to be there, and it's just like, you know, get me to the WRC2, get me to regular WRC. I don't feel that with the Juniors. I actually really like the Juniors, and this Evo continues that. As I say, not that different, frankly, but to have, I mean, I'm not going to complain about improvements, but it's just hard to perceive exactly what those improvements are, so maybe I am complaining, I don't know. But Sweden has never looked better, frankly.
At first, no.
Car looks scenery looks gorgeous here. Whoa, come on, baby, get around that corner. Big jump here. I usually crash after this jump. I kind of did, kind of didn't there. Certainly wasn't what I would consider to be graceful. Alright, so just a few more corners to go here, and then we'll go on to the final car of this video, and I'll sort of share some final impressions on the new cars. Yeah, I think generally this Junior feels so similar that there's not much to really say about it. Sounds the same, that's for sure. But again, that's not hate. I really like how the Juniors perform in this title. That handbrake slide was nothing. Very poor. Alright, one more to go. Alright, so we'll finish up here in the Toyota here at Pacifico. And yeah, so I told you I would give my overall impressions of the 2024 cars, and quite frankly, it's a safe play. Like, I don't think EA has really pushed any boundaries here, and I don't think they're gonna win many new fans, quite frankly, but I also don't think they're doing anything that would lose them the old fans. So yeah, safe play by them. Now, had I hoped for more? Yeah, of course. And I mean, it's the 2024 roster of cars, so they can only do so much. They can't introduce just random cars to accurately reproduce the current lineup in WRC. But just the same, I mean, there's so many classic cars that we could have added. But yeah, the 2024 season update is what this is, so they're not going to go with classics, of course. They're going to go with what is currently on the quote-unquote grid for WRC, and that's what they've done. So yeah, it kind of is what it is. You can kind of hear the sort of neutral tones in my voice, I'm sure. I'm fine with it. My mind is not blown. I'm not unimpressed, but at the same time, like I said, I kind of wish they would start to kind of get things more toward a completed state here. This still, you know, with VR being in beta and no triple screen support, it does feel like this is kind of a half-baked project, especially for a studio like EA. We know what they're capable of. We know the size of the team. So kind of a safe play here going to the 2024 season. But good pricing model. I'm glad they didn't make us, those of us who don't yet own the game, will get the 2024 and the 2023. And those of us who own WRC already can just simply buy the 2024 pack. So that's good. So it kind of goes away from what is a common pricing model for EA. So well done to them on that. I'm so glad that they went with the sort of add-on pack rather than the full new game method. So yeah, overall quite happy, but certainly not blown away. I don't think EA has really done much here to silence the haters. I think they've kind of done just enough with this with the 2024 cars. So yeah. Whoa. A little bit left here, and then we'll go, well, actually, then I'll wrap it up. But yeah, I will be back at some point to cover the new locations, of which there are 2. And yeah, they're eluding me right now. Poland and Latvia, is it? I can't get them working right now in this pre-release version, so I'm gonna have to wait till this goes full release. Don't know how it's possible that I can access the 2024 cars but not the new locations, but hey, here we are. Alright, where is that right-hander? There it is. And yeah, this Toyota, as you would expect, handles fantastic. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.